Welcome to the Indigo Plateau. How tough are you? How tough am I? I made it through Rock Tunnel. Yeah, so, without using Flash. Oh, sorry, right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I've heard that. Who knows how many times? I love it. I think there's a meme out there somewhere on that too.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Oh my gosh, it's still hilarious to this day.
Because it's a SpongeBob meme and it's it's classic.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the Celtics platoon. How tough are ya?
So for the record, I just want to go ahead and say this. I'm not a big fan of the Lorelei sprite in a lot of the games. Even the anime version of it, I don't like it. This one I like.
Why do you not like Lorelei?
No, I'm saying the sprite. I don't like, given how the personality is supposed to work, I've never felt like the sprite in previous games as well as the anime have reflected that. And this one I do like. This one, because the way that I've always seen Lorelei is like she is an ice trainer, don't get me wrong, but she's supposed to have like a fiery spirit. And this one actually really feels like that. I know some people are just not going to get it, and I'm not inclined to give you that. But yeah, for some reason, Lorelei's sprite in Leaf Green and Fire Red has always worked for me. And there you go again, Drak, judging sprites. Yeah. Because sometimes sprite art is amazing, and sometimes sprite art sucks.
How funny.
Slowbro can't tell the difference. Don't worry about it. What was that?
Oh, I was saying, in Stadium, her picture actually has brown hair.
Yep. Well, and the anime, I think, gave her blue hair, and I didn't like that.
No. The anime... Oh, actually, yeah, I kind of gave her more of a violet hair color.
Yeah, there you go, because the same model shows up in Puzzle League, which I play constantly.
You still play it?
Yes. It's the only reason my Wii's still functional.
Her name was changed to...
Wow, I just barely realized that statement is going to be taken in so many contexts. I'm so sorry. Yes, my Wii is very functional.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's the only reason I keep my Wii around is my Wii actually has Puzzle League on it. And I tend to like that better than the Game Boy one.
Oh, so Lorelei in the English dub was renamed Prima to fit the syllables because her name is Kana in Japanese.
Yep. Not sure what, because I don't think the meanings are that close.
It's not the meaning, it's the lip flaps that they're matching.
Yeah. So basically...
Because Kana's 2 syllables while Lorelei's more.
So basically what happened there was 4Kids was looking to make things easier for themselves.
Yeah.
Because I think at this point 4Kids was still dubbing Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Because this was in the Orange Islands.
Who dubs Pokemon now?
It's still dubbed in New York, but now but it's handled by somebody else now.
Yeah, I can't remember the company.
Let's see if I can find out. Because originally it was held... It might still be, actually. I don't know.
And we're going to completely ignore the fact that Jinx is out because we don't want any of the controversy that comes with that Pokemon.
She's got purple
even
skin
though she's been fixed. She's been Mr. Popo'd. Because that's literally how I look at that purple skin. Is if you've ever seen the I think it's the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z, where Mr. Popo is like straight like blackface.
Yeah.
Okay, but in order to fix that for the other demographics, they painted him blue in those. So yeah,
okay.
Jinx got Mr. Popo'd.
So the original dub that was produced for 4Kids was done by Taj Productions from seasons 1 through 5. Seasons 6, 7, and 8 solely by 4Kids Entertainment. After this, 4Kids lost dubbing rights, and seasons 9 and 10 were produced by Pokemon USA and Taj Productions. Since the beginning of season 11, the dub is produced by Pokemon USA, now the Pokemon Company International, with Do Art, Film, and Video.
Okay. And all I heard out of that was "God Graveyard" because 4Kids. You never get tired of that. You really don't. Yabi Bakura works on so many levels. But anyway, back to talking about how Jinx got Mr. Popo'd.
Because, you know, people don't fucking understand shit.
Well, it's just like, people need to get over crap. I get where it's offensive to some people, I really do. But at the same time, we have to realize that these were done in different eras and in different contexts. And so at that point, we just have to realize that, oh yeah, we didn't overcome that just yet. Huh, that's kind of funny. And then move on.
You know, but it's not so much it's a different era thing. It's not even what they think it is. Jinx is based on a mythical Japanese character.
That too. Yeah. Well, Popo is based on that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going that way. Popo is entirely based on the blackface concept, but he's also got like a mythological thing from Into the West on him too. But yeah, Popo. And Popo became blue. And Dragon Ball Z Abridged eventually made fun of that concept by having him literally absorbed by Mr. Popo. I'm Blue Popo. I'm here to make your watching of Dragon Ball Z Abridged experience even better. Bitch, why the fuck are you here? And that's literally what happened. And eventually he just got absorbed into Mr. Popo.
Man,
But then again, we're also talking about like the same Oceans dub and the same lame dubs that instead of actually saying death in Dragon Ball Z, instead you were falling into the next dimension. So
Into the next dimension.
or what was it? Gohan, I'm slipping into another dimension. It's like you're dying. We could see, I know that they cleaned you up a little bit, but you're dying. Even as a 5-year-old, I could tell you're dying.
Lapras is difficult.
Just like my oldest one will send you to his dungeon.
Yeah, that too. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that till now. Yes, he'll send you to his dungeon. Oh, did Digimon do any others like that with, like season 3? I think they actually did say death.
I think so.
Like they did give the concept of death, but like season 1 and 2, didn't they do other stuff?
Probably. I couldn't remember every single instance.
Because the only one that comes to mind is season 1 where Patamon basically passes away, but even then Patamon comes back.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily judge that one. But like Pokemon, the first movie, Ash couldn't die. Like the way I understand, the original script was supposed to be that Ash dies from the blast, not turns to stone. He dies. And you couldn't do that on camera, so you had to have him turn to stone so that Pikachu's tears could bring him back.
I almost want to doubt it, but this is the same writer who proposed that the series end with the Pokemon rising up and revolting against their trainers.
That too. Yeah.
It's like, you know, he might have shepherded the Pokemon anime into existence, but holy shit, what was he thinking by proposing that as an ending?
Oh, so close.
No. I love the fact that we're off having our ADD moments, and Andrea is completely ignoring us by watching the actual fight.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're not watching it, but you know.
Ugh, this Lapras is giving me a run for my money.
Yes, you're still on Lorelei too, so
Yeah.
like your team's getting kind of wrecked right
I'm
now.
a little underleveled for it, but it's okay.
See, I can't do that anymore. I've gone into stuff underleveled, and it bothers me now. Like it is literally like that itch in the back of your brain. It's like, I could have done this, so I might as well just go do this. I've literally reset the game at hard boss fights. Just like, oh, I'm not prepared. Okay, I'll go grind.
You had a quick attack, you can just have nothing.
Full restore.
No, he wouldn't have, because I don't think he would have had the speed on it.
I'm asleep anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are asleep. So, no, he would have gotten the full restore anyway.
I was anticipating that, so I just took the opportunity to heal up.
So now it's time to revive everybody.
Body
Bam!
slam.
And people don't even realize this. To this day, the Elite Four is still a gauntlet. I've seen like occasional forums where like they really should just give us like separate sections of trainers and then you take on the next in the Elite Four. Nah, that gets exploited really bad. I like the fact that the Elite Four is a gauntlet, because then at that point, like, because if you look at it from a weird perspective, Pokemon hasn't tested you until this point, like legitimately tested you.
Yeah.
And so I love the fact the Elite Four is a gauntlet. And how it's continued to be that.
For?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, I haven't played Gen 6 or 7. I think it's still a gauntlet in those, right?
Yeah, I can't speak for Sun and Moon because I haven't gotten that far, but yeah, it's still always a gauntlet.
Well, if it's still a gauntlet in Gen 6, I don't see 7 changing it. So, yeah, that's...
Whoa! And I snapped out of confusion.
You
Hey,
had to
my
snap out of
toxic
confusion
fool.
at that point. So, lad, you got very toxic. Why did you have to bring up toxic? Never mind. I was gonna go down an internet meme, and I thought better of it. At that point, Alex might have actually had to hurt me. So I would have had to bring up another toxic, like bring up get politics out of the fandom thing. That's not what we're here
Lapras
for,
is hurt
people.
by poison.
Now, does toxic work the same weird way that it does in the first gen, in Gen 3? Where like it's like wait 3 turns and then it'll kill.
Let's see.
I think it increases in.
It always gives badly poison status, which increases damage. Oh, but let's see. Go away, you stupid ads. This is why ad
Either that
blocker
or
exists.
you add another
You don't
poison
want people
attack
to
and
use
it
ad blocker?
increases
Quit
damage
making
over
obnoxious
time.
ads that are intrusive. Anyway,
I love the fact that nobody got that just because while Alex was ranting about ads, Andrea was saying so. So your thoughts, Andrea?
I'm just saying that either, I don't know, if you attack and you increase its power, poison status, or it increases poison over
Something
time.
like that.
all right. Toxic badly poisons the target and has an accuracy of 85%. When the target takes damage from the poison, the damage will be done N to... I don't know what N is. I know it's a variable, but I don't know what it stands for. N starts at 1, and X is 1/16 of the target's maximum HP.
So it
rounded
gradually
down,
increases.
but not less than 1. Yeah.
Okay.
A Pokemon's badly poisoned, N increases by 1 each time. It takes either toxic or leech seed damage, meaning it may increase twice per turn if the Pokemon's affected by both. When afflicted Pokemon is affected by haze, switches out, or the battle ends, the poison status becomes regular poison. If a badly poisoned...
So it sounds to me like they put some values in there for you.
Yeah.
And that's what threw you
If
off.
a badly poisoned Pokemon uses rest, it will be cured of poison, but the N is not reset. If then suffers burn, leech seed, or poison damage, it will still be calculated as N to...
Oh, dude, really?
Yeah.
So like if you take any other thing that can give you damage, it still stays at that value?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's...
That is something that could, like, I'm kind of surprised players haven't exploited the crap out of that.
I'm sure they have. Toxic is Gen 3 to 4. Toxic is now separate from other forms of recurrent damage, no longer builds from them or affects their strength. Toxic cannot affect targets with immunity as their ability. Generation 5, Toxic now has accuracy of 90. Generation 6 onward, Toxic will never miss if used by a poison-type Pokemon, even if the target is in a semi-invulnerable turn move such as Fly or Dig.
That makes sense.
Toxic can also be used part of the contest Spectacular Combination, causing Hex, Venom, Drench, and Venoshock to give extra 3 appeal points. That's contest stuff.
We don't care about them stupid contests.
Yeah. If powered up by Poison...
Ow, Andrea!
If powered up by Poisonium Z into Z Toxic, the user's defense stat raises by 1 stage.
Andrea, that knock upside my head, it was not necessary. I don't like the contest. I'm sorry.
You deserve that.
I did not deserve that. What the hell? You hit me on Metroid Samus Returns, and now you've hit me on Pokemon.
Yes, stolen my soul. Sorry.
That was out of nowhere.
I don't know.
That was like an RKO out of nowhere.
Just Andrea suddenly sounded like Abe Simpson to me.
Yeah.
So I just had to.
Andrea
pull out
has
an
those
Abe Simpson
moments.
quote.
You deserve that.
I keep telling you.
deserve that.
I keep telling you, people. The Earth revolves around the sun. Burn the witch. And then a photographer snaps a picture and Abe's
How
like,
have they?
"You've stolen my soul."
Have they ever? Because you watch more Simpsons than I do. Have they ever made the joke? Because you know how like flat earthers exist now.
Yeah.
On YouTube, have they ever made that joke with Abe?
I have.
They
no,
had to have.
I feel like they probably will have. I don't watch anything like out of the current era, but
They had to have made a joke about Abe Simpson's a flat earther.
I would not be surprised.
Oh my gosh.
My Homer's a lot of things. I wish I could remember the whole list. But he is not a porn star.
I mean, the Power Rangers comic from Boom Comics, they made a joke about flat earthers.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. They had a monster that was I can't remember what it was called, but it was a giant sheep. And when it would take its wool off of its body, it would create little mini versions of it that it literally called sheeple. Not kidding. It was in the comic. They were called sheeple.
Yeah.
And when they would come to life, their first statement would be, "The earth is flat!" And like the whole gimmick of the monster was to spout like conspiracy theory stuff that like Alex Jones would spout. That was the whole thing. And so like when he spouted new ones, the first thing he would say is, "Repeat after me, my minions. The earth is flat." And yeah, oh my gosh, that was it was actually a really great reference for it. In fact, you know what? Drak, find that. See if you can find the panel on Google Image, or actually, you'll be editing this. So, Alex, I will send you the panel.
Okay.
That shows you the sheeple and saying the Earth is flat. I think we've covered every single thing in this episode that we need to cover on the internet, right, Alex?
I think so.
I think the only thing we're missing is a Shia LaBeouf reference. So, Shia LaBeouf. Oh, wait, you guys actually want an impression. No. I don't do anything else with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, here's the quote I was looking for. My Homer is not a communist. He may be a liar, a pig, an idiot, a communist, but he's not a porn star. That's the episode where Homer joins the Navy.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas. They suspected Homer was a porn star.
No, they thought he was a communist, but Abe...
Oh, they thought he was okay.
Because they think Homer's like trying to defect on a submarine to the Soviet Union. Even
oh, Jiminy Christmas.
But it also has a great moment because it's like, the Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up. That's what we wanted you to think.
I mean, for crying out loud, that sounds about as stupid as way back in the early seasons where Homer was suspected of attempted rape or something like that when he was taking Bart's babysitter home, and the gummy Venus de Milo was on her butt.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
Oh, I love it. I love it to this day, but it's just like, that's how outlandish that is. But most of the Homer accusations are that. Although I will just be honest right here and now, no episode ever will ever beat Homer in space.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That is a great one, and nothing has ever beaten it. Especially with the reference at the very end, with the Fox satellite hitting the Star Child.
Yeah.
Star Child Homer. Oh, and by the way, we're facing Bruno now.
Yeah.
I don't know if we didn't totally mention that, and Andrea's giving us an evil look because we didn't. But yeah, we beat Lorelai. So yay, Alex, you beat Lorelai. But now we're facing Bruno.
Scary face.
And I guess somebody's gonna ask me to do this Bruno Sammartino reference. There you go. Because now I'm expected to pull out like pro wrestling quotes out of my ass. I don't know anything about Bruno Sammartino, and by the way, Bruno Sammartino, rest in peace.
Full restore.
God damn full restore!
I was expecting.
Oh, it must have ate a berry or something.
I hate full restore, unless I'm using it. Then it's amazing.
Come on, Bruno.
Have you ever noticed that? Like in RPGs, you absolutely love concepts like elixirs until your opponent uses them. And then you're like, F you! I had you down! And especially with like a full restore or stuff like that, like in Pokemon, we can see their health bar. In like a Final Fantasy game, you don't get to see that. So the second that the enemy pulls out an elixir, it's like, they were close to death! And I could have killed them and they instead healed!
Could you imagine if they had the ability to revive their fainted Pokemon?
Surprised they don't.
I think even the Pokemon developers would look at that and go, that is a little overpowered.
Because that would be really sad. You'd be like, no, I just knocked you out. Why are you back up again?
No, I think that would make even the Elite Four a little overpowered.
Yeah.
Is if they had revives, because then at that point, the players would immediately want to know how many revives they have. And so at that point, they could prepare for a longer battle. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, you immediately have the Elite Four have revives. I don't think the player base would be happier with more than like 2.
It's too bad that, the games in the you know, or don't kind of follow the anime, you know, TV series where only the challenger may switch out Pokemon concept.
That'd be nonsense. Why would anyone want that?
Well, then they can't switch out their Pokemon in mid-battle, and you're like, no, I'm ready to finish it off!
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you guys next time for even more Elite Four.